No time has passed.
Absolutely 0 hours have passed.
Yeah, we didn't stop, and then I took out the trash. And
I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, and then we watched the cat video, and then here we are.
What are those things on Zero's chest?
Not tits. They are perhaps scars.
Yeah.
From a sex change.
What are they? And he's wearing like a diaper. Yeah, he's got the gun. It's just a gun. It's not a buster. It's a gun.
Yep.
That is a gun.
That's a Jun.
I want you to look at how gun that is.
That's a Jun. That's fucking Shadow the Hedgehog levels of gun.
Look at how gun... Fucking Jesus. Look at how gun that is.
My God.
Look at that good trigger discipline, too. Good job, man.
Good job.
You're just looking cool.
It's looking slick and sick.
So, what the fuck are those?
Badass and good balls.
Here, Zero, just keep this in your pocket. That's what these are?! I like how he's just rocking the sleeveless vest. Let's just...
Yeah. I'm a blackjack dealer.
He's wearing some kind of full-body black bodysuit.
Body.
Sleeveless red vest, and then, like...
Shoulder-length
arm warmer gloves. Fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
Fingerless gloves. If you look there. A diaper.
The less said about that, the better.
And knee-high boots with little, like, rings around his knees and ankles.
To put snacks or something.
And as always, the ponytail. Which seems to be coming out of the side of his neck in this one.
The trapness. His royal trapness.
I wonder if he took off the vest, would the boobs be there? That is the eternal question. And we got Seal here with Passy. Anyway. So we're jumping back in, and I'm just going to do casual scenario mode, because I was thinking about it while I was playing, and I realized I don't care that much. Like, my stipulation has always been, hey, look at this cool game, I'm going to talk about stuff that I think about when I have the think thoughts about the cool game. This is not a, hey, look at how good I am at video games.
Because you're not.
Challenge. I'm not. I'm very bad at video games. This is not a me going like, oh, look, I'm going to play Bayonetta on Ultra Climax mode, no damage, run through, Dante must die,
20%.
Impossible difficulty. Like, I don't really care that much. But it does also give me an opportunity to talk about the easy scenario mode, which, as you can see, I now have 1 billion life. My life bar is now blue and massive. What that means is that is 2 life bars stacked on top of each other. So, like, it will go down to blue before it becomes yellow. Like, I'll go find an enemy real quick. Real quick, I say.
Real quick, he says.
Up this ladder. That is an elevator, it's not a ladder. Fucking question me.
That would suck if you got into your hotel and just had to climb a ladder.
A ladder! Yeah, so, boom. First of all, take, no damage at all. Second of all, it is draining down to a second health meter. Third of all of the spikes are covered up. See this pit of spikes?
You brought in sand, it's like Chernobyl.
Excuse me. See this pit of spikes here? Oh my god. Fucking asshole. See this pit of spikes here? It's not here.
Don't.
It's not here anymore. It has little safety things stuck over it. Whee! Oh fuck.
That new Chernobyl miniseries on HBO, by the way, fantastic. Amazing acting.
I love how they started shilling that immediately after Game of Thrones ended. I have 4 sub-tanks that are all fully full. I have 9,999 crystal at all times. And you have all of the Cyber Elves, and they're all fully upgraded. Weird thing is none of them are dead. None of them have that grayed out thing.
2 wrenches.
See, like, I can still use them.
Ooh, more.
Ooh.
Please.
Oh, gee.
Ho
Chi Minh.
Chi Minh Trail. Through Laos and Cambodia. We're talking about history here.
Some of them...
Cold War, Chernobyl, you know, come on.
Some of them are...
No, don't do that. Don't fucking patronize me, dude.
Some of them are already active and, like, always active, but you can still use them and they'll still die. So, like, as an example, I'm gonna go ahead and use Rescues You from a Pit here. And that bitch is dead. This one is resting in peace. However, these ones are not resting in peace. So they're alive and fully upgraded and always active. So on the casual assist mode, these Cyber Elves who become like a sub-tank, blah, 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 are always active and always giving you their ability. This is why we have double health and so much health, but they're not dead. So no guilt. Yay. And we got Jax in here, who hold jump button for supremacy. Hope you know what the fuck that means.
Well.
Because I certainly fucking don't.
Supremacist organization will be singing I'm Dreaming of a White Nation.
So that's what casual scenario mode does. What's funny, actually, is... So, like, Mega Man X had to add the Rookie Hunter mode, which was a completely new, just fuck you, it's easy mode version of the game. What this is doing is it's taking something from the DS release of Mega Man Zero Collection on the DS, and what that game had was easy scenario. Or, whatever it was called. What's it called in this? Casual scenario. So the DS game had easy scenario, and that was actually pretty cool, because what easy scenario did was it was just a full playthrough of the entire series of games. So you started at Mega Man 0, and then once you beat Mega Man 0, it went seamlessly into Mega Man 0, 2, and then 3, and then 4, and you would play through the entire series back to back with what you have in this, with all of the Cyber Elves active all the time, all the health, all the spikes are covered up, it's just super easy. So, like, that was actually a really cool feature. So when they made this Legacy Collection, they broke the games up still into the separate game menus, and then they were like, oh, hey, we had that Rookie Easy Mode, Rookie Hunter Mode thing. That was already built in. They didn't have to do any fucking work. They didn't have to take anything out or add anything in. They just took the easy scenario mode from the DS release and just boom, casual scenario mode. Fuck you. The fucked up thing is, because it gives you all of the Cyber Elves, there's now nothing to collect in the entire game. There's like no, like, you got this, like, gotta catch 'em all collectathon type deal with the Cyber Elves in the base game, but now, like, we gave this guy 250 energy crystals in order to get into this room which had a Cyber Elf in it. There's no Cyber Elf in here now, because I have all the Cyber Elves. So it kind of takes away the incentive for exploration that the original version has. Like, Andrew has nothing to talk to you about, because sitting through his shitty backstory, his Bicentennial Man backstory, he gives you a Cyber Elf, so that's the reason you listen to him. Now he has nothing to talk about at all. And the game is just, like, kind of way too fucking easy. Like, straight up, this is bullshit easy mode. Bullshit baby mode for easies. But fuck it. I don't care. I will never use a cyber elf, not even to make the game easier for my own self. So fuck you.
That was a wrap.
I will never use cyber elves. I've never used them before, and I will never use them now. You cannot convince me to use cyber elves. I would rather play on casual scenario mode and start out automatically with the full health than use a cyber elf in the main game in order to build it up organically to that level. Go fuck yourself.
Don't at me.
Don't at me. You can't anymore.
Whoop-a-doo. It's like you picture this.
I'm holding jump for supremacy. Ah, god damn it, Jackson. So it's save, assist, and casual scenario mode. For the ultimate fuck you, why even play the game? As far as I'm concerned, these are lore playthroughs. Here's my Dark Souls lore playthrough. I don't actually give that much of a shit. It's just, like, obscenely easy. You have no idea how easy it makes the fucking game. It's like, why even bother playing at that point? So, like, don't play this. Don't play this mode. It had value on the DS release because it was like, you play through the entire story of the Zero games back to back to back. And this, it's just, fuck you, it's easy mode.
Orchid
is a cyber elf that was stolen from our base. Okay, that's not how you were presenting this mission to me. You presented this to me as we need to do some guerrilla warfare shit. You presented this as, let's disrupt their supply. Now you're like, oh, they stole some shit, get it back or else they're gonna abuse its power.
That's different.
You gotta get your story straight, Seal.
Get your shit together.
I'm counting on you, Zane. So now it's rescue the abducted cyber elf. Get your story straight, Seal.
God damn it, dude.
There's potential for it. That'd be an interesting fanfiction, I think. That's a potential for a very interesting story, is Amnesiac Zero being exploited by this group of mavericks who are taking advantage of the fact that he has amnesia in order to get him to do terrorist bullshit. And, like, deliberately lying to him and saying, like, oh, they're destroying innocent reploids.
Oh, no.
Retiring them. Oh, they stole a cyber elf. I mean, we need to disrupt their supplies. I mean...
Something.
And Zero's just being like, yep, I have no memory. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'll just do whatever you say.
I'll go with you.
Like, Zero was, when you get right down to it, built originally to be a weapon of slaughter and death.
He's Johnny Five.
He was built by Wily to just kill. He was built to be a death machine. So, Ground State Zero, he is a gun that you can just point in a direction. And it's only kind of through happenstance that he ended up being a good... Like, it's like an accident that he ended up being a good guy after his fight against Sigma. And he was just like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll join the Maverick Hunters.
Sigma Bowl.
I don't know. Like, you can almost imagine, and I do.
Oh, those were not guarded.
Those were not covered up by the casual scenario mode. Oh, it resets the timer, too. That's bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck me, the save assist is stupid. You can almost imagine a scenario, and I do, of the first, okay, so Zero was fighting Sigma, and he was infected with the virus or whatever. He got punched in the jewel, in the forehead gem, and, passed out, and Sigma was like, okay, take him back to base or whatever, because what the fuck? I almost imagine, the first person who went into the room Zero was being kept in as he was waking up was X. Zero woke up and the first thing he saw was X. And X was like, oh, true, I fight for everlasting peace. Oh, Jesus, fuck. That was really close. And X was, and Zero's like, what? And X is like, fight for everlasting peace. And almost sort of like Seal. Like, he wakes up, Seal's like, help me, and immediately he goes. And I almost think, like, something similar to that probably happened the first time Zero woke up after fighting Sigma and met X for the first time. What I'm saying is, you know how Zero's smashing that puss? That's what happened. He smashed that boy pussy that X had. You know what I'm saying?
That gentleman's cunt.
That gentleman puss. The mission was a success because of you. I really appreciate your help. Okay. How do I get back?
That man gash.
How do I get... Seal?
Seal?
How do I get back?
Oh, here I am.
Thanks to you, the has been saved, and the enemy supply route has been cut off. Get your story straight, Seal. You're not making up your mind here.
Really fluctuating here.
Cyber Elf is only a child, but she's a unique Cyber Elf and will learn an awesome ability when she grows up. Raise her with love and care, and then use her ability, causing her to die.
Bam!
I'm pretty sure it was Winky.
Winky. It's always Winky.
Or it could have been Toten. I don't remember. She'll help in the damage zone, though.
Well, thank God. I love the damage zone.
It's really hard to tell from just these shitty little, headshots, almost. But the Cyber Elves are literally the cutest shit. They're the cute-ass. In fact, I'm gonna take a minute, just because we gotta talk about the Cyber Elves. Because they are the cute-ass. Alright, go to the gallery, which is so great, because this is all really high-quality art that's like stuff you never get to see. Here we got Passy. I wonder if it bothers her that she doesn't have arms.
Doesn't bother Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, oh, oh,
Oh.
yeah. They're so cute! Health for you, death for me.
Jeez.
Yeah! Oh, look, she got a little stethoscope. Durr.
Yeah.
Brr.
You fight your
Brr. Oh, it's a turt. Hello. Turt. So what's
Sand Slash?
So what's cool about the Cyber Elves is, okay, so you remember the Megaman X games. And if you don't, rewatch them.
Boom!
Rewatch them, dude.
Boom.
Oh no, it's Greninja. Yeah. I'm a monkey. Sure. Oh, now he's a... Look at that. Look at that ass.
Oh, what happened?
See those motion lines? That means he's shaking his ass.
Oh, the
he
girl
wants
got hot.
you want to fuck him? Kind of want to fuck him. Oh, look at him! He's all sheeps. Sheeps. Oh no, it's an ot!
He's art.
Is that a nose or his mouth?
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It's Diglett. Diglett's nose is actually an open mouth with a tooth. No! Yeah, so here's TikTok, or whatever the fuck her name was. Toten. And then she becomes, oh, I'm a shy little witch academia.
Yeah.
And then she's a badass. Yeah.
I built.
Knight. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that sword's got a keyboard on it. What are you typing?
What are you typing, bitch?
Yeah. Ooh.
Said.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, these are enemies. Okay. So
They still go, yeah.
the Cyber Elves is interesting because so in the Mega Man X series, they're in the Game Boy Color game Mega Man Extreme and Extreme 2, it establishes that Reploids have souls. Reploids have a soul in them called a data soul or whatever. And like when you die, your data soul goes to data heaven or whatever. So it established like the physical Reploid body is mechanical, but the soul is digital.
So they might as well be humans.
It's a program. Like, so the program that they made that is their personality and their memories inhabits their body, but I mean, it did already explain, like, there's already that situation where, like, Vio got killed in Mega Man X1, but then he comes back in Mega Man X3 with a different body, but it's the same Vio. So they just put his data soul into a new body. Zero, they rebuilt him. He died in Mega Man in X1, they built him a new body. Presumably, he remembers who he is. He shows up and he's like, oh, X, and it's a completely different body, but he still knows what's up. So presumably, his data soul inhabited the new body. And then the Mavericks always come back to life during the Whiteley Castle stage at the very end. So it becomes very weird when people treat a Reploid dying like it's supposed to be permanent. Because it's like, why don't you just rebuild him, though?
Why don't you just use the Force?
God damn it!
I'm waiting until you're taking a drink.
Qui-Gon Jinn's dying. No, Ben, just use... Obi-Wan, just use the Force and heal me, you fucking idiot!
Fucking...
So anyway, cyber elves are kind of an interesting concept because they are a life form. They are entities. They're a living species of actual sapient individuals who are purely data. They don't have a physical body. They can...
Star Trek?
They don't have a physical state, but they can exist in the physical world. But it's like a transient kind of thing, because if you use them, they die. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like they're fairies, almost. They kind of exist in between, in a way. But, like, presumably, if there is an afterlife that dead Reploids go to, presumably cyber elves can also inhabit that place. That, like, if you put them in a computer kind of a thing. But, like, imagine the computer is... Where are you going now? I'm getting ahead of myself. But the reason I think the cyber elves are interesting is because this game came out on the Game Boy Advance. You know what other Mega Man game came out on the Game Boy Advance? Mega Man Battle Network. So what I think they did that was interesting is they kind of took that idea of net navies from the Mega Man Battle Network games and were like, oh, that's cool, and just kind of used that. So cyber elves are almost analogous to net navies. And, like, you can imagine it's sort of similar technology, almost, especially considering what happens in the future of the Mega Man Battle Network timeline. So you can almost think what's happening is... Because the Mega Man Battle Network series is an alternate timeline. Instead of society embracing robotics... Society instead embraced the internet, and digital technology became advanced. So instead of Mega Man being a robot, he was instead a computer program. And the internet became this huge thing. But you can almost think of like, well, eventually, after hundreds of years, even a society that embraced robotics eventually did progress to a point where they had advanced digital technology in that same way, and that's where cyber elves came from. It's that same technology finally being embraced and taken to its logical extent. So, like, presumably, in the Battle Network franchise, they might eventually embrace robotics and do the same kind of thing.
That picture of the CD with all those outdated formats, and the CD is walking in, and they're all like, "Welcome." It's like an old cassette tape, and like, "Hey, welcome."
Betamax 8mm.
Yeah, all of that
floppy disks.
That Packard Bell computer that we all had in the '90s. That's just like chilling in some afterlife, getting ready to. They just got your first iPod.
Let's see. Occupy Factory.
Occupy Baby Street.
Unfortunately, our stock of energy is running out. We could use this abandoned factory. Abandoned. we could generate the energy, but the boss guarding the factory is too strong for us to gain control. Why the fuck is there a boss in the abandoned factory?
Why are you calling it a boss?
Why is it... First of all, it's not abandoned. People live there. If there are people there, it's not abandoned. What? Well, you destroy the boss. Don't call it that. That's for us. You don't get to call it the boss. That's weird.
That's our word.
It's too heavily guarded. This abandoned factory is too heavily guarded.
I think you gotta
Lovely.
look up some terms.
Wonderful.
My dude.
So I just said this game was released on the Game Boy Advance, and so was Mega Man Battle Network. So here's the thing. I've alluded to this in the past. This game has an interesting backstory to its creation. Which is, they made Mega Man 5. I don't know if you remember me talking about this. They made Mega Man 5, and Keiji Inafune was like, okay, I'm done making Mega Man games. I'm done making Mega Man X games. To which, stupid people went, oh, Mega Man X5 is going to be the last Mega Man X game. And then they were like, okay, well, we're still going to make Mega Man X games, though. And so they made Mega Man X6. And they're like, oh, they made it without telling Inafune. Or whatever. Remember me talking about that? Yeah. So, while they were making Mega Man X6, Keiji Inafune, supposedly... And I'm gonna come back around, loop back around to that, put a pin in that. The narrative goes, I will say, is that Keiji Inafune was off making the Mega Man Zero games, and this is the series that like continues the story from where the Mega Man X5 left off, right? So this is the worst part of this fucking level, and it's actually insanely horrifying and difficult, and I hate it so much. You will die. You will just die repeatedly, and your soul will evaporate and leave your body. Look at the save point that they put here in the middle of this section, because they knew it was bullshit. They knew. At this life, it doesn't matter because you're using save assist. Oh, look at that. You can barely see the fucking platforms as you slide to the very fucking bottom. Enjoy doing that on your tiny-ass Game Boy Advance screen, by the way. So, anyway. So the narrative is that Keiji Inafune was all out here making Mega Man Zero, the first one, and he was like, okay, so here's my intended story idea. It's gonna... I'm torn between... I forgot how much of a slow burn the plot in this game is. So I'm torn. See, like, there's supposed to be a Cyber Elf up here, but I already have it. Look at that sprite freaking the fuck out, by the way. Jesus. Yeah. I'm torn by how much I should, like, talk about that they haven't actually explained in the game yet. Although, considering I'm gonna edit some stuff in, they have already talked about it, actually. Never mind.
Never mind.
So you remember that...
Oh.
So you remember that little narration Seal gave us in the edit that you haven't seen, but will once this video gets put up, in the first video.
Well, this is gonna, like, post in fucking August or something.
Jesus Christ. So, Seal mentioned that, like, Neo Arcadia is the big bad city, and they want to kill, it's like a totalitarian state of fuckery. And, so the backstory is, it's basically somewhat of a post-apocalyptic setting. This is supposed to get slowly revealed by the evolving story of the game as it goes through. But I'm just gonna jump it on you now because I have shit that I need to talk about. Is that this a post-apocalyptic setting? Fucker. The reason it's post-apocalyptic, we'll let them explain at their own pace. But like the world is a fuck. The world is What's that?
World is a fuck.
World is a fuck.
Born to die.
Yeah.
12 million dead cops.
No, it's way more ridiculous than that. It's like 90 billion dead cops or something like that. 90 billion
Forgot
dead
about that.
Maverick hunters. World is a fuck. Born to be retired. 90 billion dead Maverick hunters.
World is a heck. Born to be retired.
World is Elysium. So world is a heck. Born to Elysium. 9,000 billion dead Maverick hunters. So the only habitable place on the planet Earth is Neo Arcadia. Everywhere else is a uninhabitable Mad Max wasteland of fuck.
A fuckery.
We have secured
fuckery.
We have secured all the floors. Okay, get to work on building a floor in that one part because I don't want to have to ride those fucking things again. Seal, can you build the floor? Anyway, and so because the world is an apocalyptic shitbag, they're also going through... There's so much that I'm skimming over, but I just want to get to, the core plot of this game, which is there's an energy crisis going on in Neo Arcadia, aka the last civilization.
The last escape.
The last... You're just looking at the world as born to die.
I am trash, man. I forgot about that. Trash, man.
Let me see that. Let me see if I can Megaman this. Born to be retired. World is a heck. Kill 'em all. 1992. I think Trash Man is actually a Mega Man boss, so that works. 410 billion 757 million 864,530 dead Maverick hunters.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, it's the
Love
best. That. It's the best.
And the dog and the cat.
What the fuck is that from?
It's just a Chinese bootleg t-shirt.
It's so great.
We gotta get some of those. They must still sell it somewhere.
The shirt, the bot that makes shirts out of stuff on Twitter will have it.
Yeah. Horse ebooks.
Thanks to you, we've gained control of the abandoned inhabited factory. Now we can live without the fear of retirement.
Is this Soviet propaganda?
It's like our dream has come true. We feared that we were doomed. So we're done, right? You're done? We're good.
Alright.
I destroyed the disposable facility. You got the factory where you can make energy.
Alright, bro. I'm about to head out.
I saved the cyber elf. We're done, right?
Right.
Game over? Game
Right.
over. Okay. So anyway, Neo Arcadia is going through an energy crisis, and I guess they'll mention it later, but it's at this weird point where because there's an energy crisis, they're like, okay, well, humans get priority over reploids. So we'll give reploids the bare minimum energy allotment that they need in order to continue functioning, but humans get all the priority when it comes to energy allocation. And if you as a reploid are like, well, this sucks, boom, you're Maverick. Remember, Mega Man X4 established Repliforce was like, nah, I ain't cool with that. Boom, Mavericks, kill them. Kill them because they're Mavericks. They hate me because they ain't me. So this Mega Man Zero does something really fucking interesting, which is now we're playing as the Mavericks. The Resistance is made up of Reploids who fled Neo Arcadia and were like, fuck that. And because they escaped and were like, I don't want to live here anymore, they have all been labeled as Mavericks, and fucking the Maverick Hunters, such as X, are like, well, guess what? Shoot on sight. You're a Maverick, you're dangerous, you gotta die. Homeboy's gotta die.
World is a fuck.
Birds gotta fly, homeboys gotta die. So they're literally here just living their best life.
Their best wife.
Being like, I really just don't want to live over there in Neo Arcadia. It sucks here too, but I just don't want to live in Neo Arcadia. And because of that, they are now labeled as Mavericks and have to live in, like, fear of being thrown in the garbage disposal. I don't see why you gotta go through all this pageantry of throwing them in a garbage disposal when you could just shoot them. But, you know.
Good word usage. Stop in your pageantry.
I don't know why they gotta go through all that. Like, you could just shoot them. But whatever. I'm not one to judge, I guess.
Whatever you want to do.
You do you, I guess.
You do you and find shuttle. I don't know, whatever.
Some of the abducted Reploids seem to have hijacked an enemy transport plane and have now escaped.
And that's a run-on sentence.
Yeah. But the plane disappeared over the desert. They might have crashed on the desert and we sent guys to look for him. Now they're missing too. So
maybe let's send a third.
Due to the hordes of hostile enemies in the desert. You go and help their rescue. Don't tell me what to fucking do.
Will you accept?
Look at this hottie with a 40. With a 45. Look at this red-headed hottie.
RHRs.
So many enemies.
H. I can't letters.
So, like, the interesting dichotomy that this game establishes is the group that we're with has been labeled as Mavericks. So, like, literally, it's just like Repliforce or Doppler Town from Mega Man X3 and 4, where it's like, the only reason that they're labeled as Mavericks is because society, well, like, Doppler Town, they all got infected, but whatever. Society has labeled them as Mavericks, and thus warranting of death. Fucker. Who builds a robot vulture?
Who builds a robot? Who makes themselves a robot cucumber?
It's upsetting in many ways. And the people that we're fighting, the bosses that we're fighting, and the enemies that we're fighting are soldiers of Neo Arcadia, which is the last human settlement on Earth, and the official government of the world, basically. So basically, all of the bosses and all of the dudes that we fight are Maverick Hunters. They are the equivalent of the Maverick Hunters from the X series. So it's like, oh, that's really fucking interesting. It's this perspective flip. Anubis here, Anubis Necromancis III.
That's not how you write that.
Okay. I work for Fenrir, one of the 4 Guardians. So this is like a subordinate of one of, like, the, like, you know how the character bios for X and Zero always said shit like the leader of Squad 36 or like X Squad or whatever. So, like, you can imagine that there's like a subordinate, like Double or whatever, that was like reporting to X. And that's basically what this guy is. He's like the guy who reports to the main character in an X game, in a game on the X franchise. I'm the king of destruction. Darkways are looking for it deep in the desert. I'm just gonna let you know that.
By the way.
You need to defeat me first. On guard, old timer. Fuck you, old man.
Yeah, tell me what you did.
So the bosses in the Mega Man X games were weak to other bosses' weapons, but in the Mega Man Zero games, you just get these elemental chips, and every boss, not every boss, but most bosses,
every pony,
are weak to one of the elemental chips. And it's Japanese elements, so it makes no fucking sense, because it's electricity, fire, and ice. And electricity is weak to ice. Ice is weak to electricity. And electricity is weak to fire. steps made of logic.
All right.
Sorry, ice is weak to fire. That actually makes sense. But fire is weak.
One.
But fire is weak to electricity,
That one's weird.
and electricity is weak to ice.
It's not like you could use fire to subdue electricity.
That
in
it's
some way.
Shut up! It makes sense.
Oh,
So go fuck yourself.
my bad. I guess usually it's water and not ice.
So if you notice, when we hit him, he like gets lit on fire because the fire chip is doing double damage to him.
Do it double dipping.
This boss is really fucking annoying. But luckily we're on easy fuck baby mode.
Pussy pansy.
Pussy pansy mode. And here's another cool deet. Is
Kick Zay.
when you beat an enemy with the sword... Oh, fuck you. Please float in the middle of the screen so it's easier to see.
If you please.
Okay, whatever. So he got split in half. Isn't that cool? Every single boss, if you hit them with the sword as the final attack, they'll have a death animation where they get split in half by the sword. And it looks super fucking rad. It looks super fucking rad. So... This is the worst part of the mission. Thank goodness. There's a survivor. I'm a medic standing by. Yeah, that's nice. Gonna get this extra life, though.
Yeah, see you.
Come on, bitch. Look at how awful this is. Oh, don't walk too far or Sherry's gonna get scared and huddle up.
Sherry, I'll get scary.
God damn it, Sherry. I love that your text box is taking up the bottom half of my Game Boy screen, by the way. Oh, good job getting stuck in that bear trap.
Oh, it's like
Oh,
Chocolate for 3.
This is the
Gotta
best.
shoot the mines before the hostages step on them.
Aaron's just gonna keep getting attacked. Luckily, he can't die. It's just very annoying.
Set the bear trap on fire.
Obviously.
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 We got a rapist in Lincoln Park.
So the game, first of all, this game is fucking weird in terms of being a Megaman game. It completely just changes the formula around. It changes the whole interaction. There's no boss select screen. It's a relatively open environment. You run from the base that you start in to you can run from the base to the level. There's an open hub area that you can run around and talk to NPCs, which is really cool. Imagine if in Mega Man X you could run around Hunter HQ before accepting a mission and talk to Iris and shit like that.
The song by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters Society. Those memes are fucking hilarious.
Hilaire.
Hilaire. That'd be cool, but it's also, imagine you could run from the Hunter base to Chill Penguin's level and just run through Chill Penguin's level without even accepting a mission select screen. This game is fucking weird when you imagine it in context of the Mega Man X series and how those games function.
Oh, I thought you just killed...
No, that'd suck. Even they knew. Even they, in their infinite wisdom of making this hard-ass piece of shit game with an escort mission. Thank goodness I'm saved. There's brought back Survivor. Hurry and take him to the medic.
Okay.
You guys get right on that. Thank you, Zitto. Collector. Oh wow, I sucked at that one. Oh, because he took so much damage. If you look at mission success, I only got 4 points. It's bullshit. This game sucks.
Shit game.
That fucking ranking screen
game.
is the bane of my goddamn existence. I swear to God.
Game.
Rangers reports enemies are planning to conduct a large-scale attack on the resistance base. Happens, we'll need your help again. We need your support. Oh, I thought it would happen right now. But it didn't.
This LP is brought to you by Pepsi Cola. And at a certain point, Chock-full Nuts Dark Roast.
Bitch, he ain't a reploid.
Who you calling a reploid?
This place is attacked, yeah. Imagine if that were to happen. So something I do think is pretty cool is as you go through the missions, you like gradually save resistance members in some of those missions. And they will start populating rooms in the resistance base here. So the guy we just saved in the desert is back in this room and just shoved into this fucking corner where no one will love him. He's like way so far back here behind the invisible wall of Fatman. Well, you're gonna get fatter, so...
Don't worry.